guys for being here. I decided that I was not going to rehearse anything. So I just wrote down just some key words that remind me of him. And first I want to say Matthew and I had a special bond. We were probably the most similar of all my siblings. We call it spirited and passionate. My mom calls us her lion children. and we let our roars hear sometimes. We had a very big spiritual connection. We could sense things in the spirit before they came, and we would just look at each other in the eye, and we just knew, good or bad, something was about to happen. He had an amazing sense of humor. We called him Boogaboo. When he was a toddler, he had a bumper pad instead of a levy. It was a little Winnie the Pooh bumper pad. He'd just drag around, you know. He could do some amazing Legos. He would just make these aircraft carriers, and he could draw these intricate airplanes. He always had bazooka tattoos all over his arms. I remember when he was little, he got this neck burn, and he just loved to show everybody that little neck burn. When we used to go visit my grandparents in Valdosta, my Uncle Mark we'd do capture the flag, and Mark would have us all paint our face, and he thought he was so sneaky, but he would get so mad when we'd catch him. But here's a funny story. I'm sure he might not want me to tell you, but his senior year of high school, wrestling had ended, and he had to pick an elective, and the only elective available was flower arrangement or floral design or whatever. And he had the best grade in the class. And he would come home with these intricate, anyway, and I didn't know when I picked these flowers that white roses were his favorite, but my mom told me. I remember holding him during his first breakup. When I was going through pictures, I found way too many pictures of my brothers in dresses, which hopefully you'll get to see through a slideshow. He and I drove to Valdosta the last, I think it was in 20, I don't remember which year it was, but so we saw my grandmother together for the last time. And I'm about to embarrass myself on this one, but he would appreciate it. When he was 13, he was such a good wrestler, and he pinned this guy so fast. And I don't know if you guys know, but the movie Gladiator. But he pinned the guy, and he stood up to the whole audience and says, "Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?" 13. And just stood around his opponent. I'll never forget that. At Easter, he had chickens, and he had to make a chicken coop, and anyway. But I'll just conclude with, I am thankful too, as Stephanie mentioned, that he and I have repaired our relationship before his death. And I would put the boys to bed, and I would FaceTime him while I just did a puzzle lately. And he was good. He was good. And he loved the Lord. He really did. And it's hard to know he was struggling so hard. So when this happened on Thursday, on Friday morning, or first Kyle and I just had to leave and start figuring some things out, but I spent a lot of time alone on Friday, and I was just praying, and I said, "Lord, I don't know if this is how this works, but if he can hear me, I love you, and I'm sorry." And I just felt like I could hear him and see him in heaven, and he just said, Rachel, I am fine. I am fine. And he is fine.
That's right.
And so I love him, and I will see him again.